Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers, a new year and a new time for jousting with politicians, plus Ande's returned.
Sam, I don't know what you were doing up there, but you left a mess. Welcome to the new year. It's elections and it's new taxes. And to cover those topics today, we talked to Senator Randolph Townsend, and then we talked to lobbyist attorney John Sande. Sam?
And on the Power Pundit panel today, John Gwaltney, Bob Crowell, and George Peak. It's all coming up next on the all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Nevada Newsmakers, brought to you in part by Charter Communication.
The Abowed family has an appetite for dialogue. Agree or disagree, have the conversation. All opinions are welcome. Since 1977, Adele's.
Catch a straight, dine at 8, lucky you. Lucky you. Dance till 1, have some fun, lucky you. Lucky you. Taste the shrimp, have a sip, try the pool, play it cool. At the Sienna Hotel Spa Casino, lucky you.
In business, the key to success is not the quantity of your clients, it's the quality of your clients. Almost all companies will tell you they want more sales, but what they really need are quality customers who pay their bills on time. With Employer Link's client vendor screening program, we provide comprehensive reports regarding the financial performance of your corporate prospects, customers, and vendors. Build your business with great clients and vendors. Call Employer Links today at 883-3733.
If you own a business and want to maximize your company's potential, join the Retail Association of Nevada. Our membership benefits include the Nevada Retail Network Self-Insured Group, providing workers' compensation coverage that can lower your rates. That savings can go directly to your bottom line. We are an effective pro-business organization that lobbies on behalf of our business members. The Retail Association of Nevada, protecting Nevada businesses for 35 years. Call 882-1700 to see what we can do for your organization.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad, political analyst Ande Engleman on No Holds Barred Political Forum. Now, from the News 4 Broadcast Center, here's Sam Shad.
Sometimes known as professional wrestling, welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. We kick off the year 2004 with one of our favorite guests, Senator Randolph Townsend. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for being here. I want to start, you're chairman of the Legislative Commission.
Yes.
And I want to start with the fact that you've taken a subcommittee of higher education, and you're going to expand that, and they're going to take a look at what's going on with the Board of Regents.
Absolutely. What we currently have now, there's an interim bill to study higher education that included legislators as well as multiple other members. And so what I did was I took the legislators from that committee, made them the subcommittee, and said, okay, this is what you're going to do. And you're going to focus on the following areas. Number one, have there been any open meeting law violations? That has always been a question with that. Andy, you've been on that issue from day one. There's always been a question. And part of the issue that has come up is what kind of legal advice are they getting? They keep breaking it, so someone's giving them bad legal advice. We need to clear that up, and we think that group can do that. Second of all is the way they went about these terminations. Number one, do they have a policy for termination? Was the policy met? Do they have a policy at all? I think anyone who works for the university system, whether they're the president or whether someone that works in staff, has a right to know what the rules are. And that seems to be one of the biggest bones of contention is what are the rules? Are they the same for everybody? Are they the same in the North as they are in the South? And that's what needs to be cleared up.
Senator, asking from a completely ignorant point of view here, Does the legislature have this kind of power over the Board of Regents, or are they autonomous in this sense?
It's a great question. The Constitution, of course, separates and gives the authority to the Board of Regents to come up with a basic policy and implement that policy. But of course, we have the functioning arm of funding it. And as a result of that, and because all of my colleagues and I are responsible to the public at large for all the taxes and all of the funding and the spending and how much we spend on higher ed, let alone on K through 12, we feel a responsibility. If somebody wants to take us to court to say we don't have that authority, fine. Take us there.
And they do spend the biggest pot of money goes to K through 12, and then the second biggest pot goes to the university system.
Absolutely.
Is it possible that we could see a constitutional amendment, at least for the public to vote on and consider, of removing the Board of Regents as a separate body and making them appointed?
Yes. Right now, there is a bill that is being drafted by a couple of senators,
Ann O'Connell and Mark Ande.
And Mark Ande, and that's to have some elected as well as appointed regents. As you know, and I think I've made this statement before, 3 of the most highly respected university systems in the country, California, New York, and Michigan, are all appointed boards of regents. I think you'll see constitutional amendments come up. I think you'll see bills. I think you'll see a number of things come out of this particular committee, giving the public an opportunity to weigh in on the debate, to say this is what we want. You know, the Constitution was done more than a few years ago, so therefore now things have evolved, and we'd like to have more of a say. We'd like to have this done differently. And I think we will see a great deal of that debate in this coming year. I think it'll be part of the election, and I know it'll be part of the coming session.
Okay, what about public employees working at the legislature as legislators?
Well, that again is going to be another debate. As you know, there's a constitutional ruling right now about the Constitution that they can serve. Then there were other rulings that they can't serve. So now there's been another ruling asked for. And every time you get an Attorney General's opinion, it's just that. Until you go to court, it's not final. As a result, what you've seen is there's a group in Southern Nevada who's going out to an initiative petition to prohibit people from doing that. I think this ends up in the court. I think it is a constitutional question, and I think that's where it's going to be resolved.
All right, we're here in January. We have, yes, that's what I was getting to. We have
tax revenues are flowing.
Yes, we have
more money coming in.
New taxes are going into effect, and this is a subject we'll be talking to John Sande about also. But Senator, you helped put this tax package together. Do you think you got too much in the way of taxes?
Well, hopefully, if the economy rebounds, we can come back here in another 6 months, and the answer to that would be yes. That would be thrilling for everybody. For the economy to rebound, it does raise all boats, no matter what other people say, and that's good for the public at large, and particularly Northern Nevada. Some of the things that are going to have to be part of this debate will, in fact, be the expansion of the entertainment tax to the strip clubs in Southern Nevada, which was, is a major source of a problem. So we wanted to have revenue be paid there. We have to analyze that. We have to analyze whether it did impact families based on it going to a broader base of entertainment. We have to look at a number of things, particularly the payroll tax. How did that affect small business? What did that do to them, if anything? How is it being implemented? How is it being affected? What kind of revenue is being brought in? And I think that we should visit that quarterly. I know the commission will do it. I happen to sit on the committee that's going to analyze that, and I'll bring it back to the legislative commission.
What have your emails and telephone calls been saying so far from business?
Business is concerned. They have been very generous in saying we're going to take a wait-and-see attitude. We're going to see how much money it raises. We're going to see how it impacts our business. Businesses don't like to pay any taxes that they don't think are appropriate, and they also want to see return on their dollar. They want to see government be accountable, and I think that's been some of the frustration that I've heard from the business community. Hey, if you're going to tax us, we want to make sure it's going to the right place, we know where it is, and we're getting a dollar's worth of return for our investment.
Okay, folks in Central Nevada that were on the program here, we had a county commissioner and a member of the local business authority. We're talking about if Yucca Mountain goes through, that they're going to build that railroad spur through Caliente into that central portion of Nevada, that they could use that railroad for lots of other purposes that would be very beneficial to the folks in Central Nevada. They are not opposed to Yucca Mountain. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, what's happening is you're finding, when you look at the research, the polling that's coming out, you continue to see kind of an odd split, a schizophrenia. Everybody says, we don't want it here, and then most of the people say, but we know it's coming anyway. So what you've found is people in Central Nevada and many people that live around the periphery of Clark County saying, we know it's coming, we know transportation is going to be an issue, let's try to make this beneficial to us. Let's make sure we protect our water rights, and that's another question we ought to come up with, deal with it sometime in the future. We ought to protect our water rights, our land rights, our property rights, our mineral rights, and still try to get a benefit out of this because they believe it's coming. In Southern Nevada, I still think there's an awful lot of people that don't understand the federal government and that they are the ultimate arbiter, and that decision has been made, whether we like it or not, no matter whether it's Republican or Democrat, that decision has been made, and it's coming. Our job now as policymakers is to respond to that and make sure our citizens get the most out of everything.
So your plan at this point, if you have a say-so in this, is to fight for benefits because you know it's coming.
Well, the only benefit I'm willing to commit to right now is to protect our water and mineral rights and land rights right now. Because if we don't protect our water rights, we still sit on the most amount of water that's available to take care of this state forever, and it sits in Central Nevada. And that belongs to the people of Central Nevada and the property rights owners there, as well as the mineral rights. If we don't protect that now, believe me, somebody will figure out through the federal government that that has value, and that's something else they can hold us hostage to. So my focus is definitely on the water rights and the mineral rights that sit in Central Nevada.
We'd like you to come back. We'll be right back on Nevada Newsmakers with Senator Randolph. Well, he won't be back, but we'll have John Sande back. He'll be back soon. We'll be right back.
Atlantis is cooking up a party. It's every diner's paradise. Toucan Charlie's Buffet and Grill, voted Reno's best buffet by locals year after year. Experience the Mongolian barbecue, new Asian station, and sumptuous exhibition stations filled with fresh entrees, salads, and desserts. Try the Friday night seafood buffet and Sunday champagne brunch.
Atlantis.
Would you like to savor a Trento pork chop? Or maybe pasta rags with grilled chicken? Hugo's Tuscan Grill at D'Andrea is a celebration of color, flavor, and freshness. Each dish is created from natural, wholesome foods that is delicious and nutritious. Hugo's is a comfortable restaurant with breathtaking city views. If you enjoy great food and good company, visit us here at Hugo's. It's the best that dining can be. 2900 South D'Andrea Parkway in Sparks.
I ordered this beef broccoli here at Harris Buffet in Reno, and it was here in less than 60 seconds. What's up with that, Dave?
Sam, that's one of 20 dishes that we guarantee fast, guarantee fresh, made to order 7 days a week at Harris Reno's Buffet.
And I understand that just for this month, a 2-for-1 special just by showing your Nevada ID.
That's correct. We want to invite all of our Nevada residents to come down and experience this great buffet. We guarantee you a fresh, quality meal.
It's fast, it's delicious, and it's 2-for-1 at Harris Buffet.
To experience the royal cuisine of India, you need some serious magic or simply transport yourself to India Garden, right here in Reno, where you'll discover Indian specialties refined over centuries. Sikh kebab, tandoori dishes cooked in our own tandoor oven, biryani specialties, curries, fresh-baked Indian bread, over a dozen vegetarian dishes, even dishes rare to India like dosa, South Indian-style crepes. India Garden off South Virginia near Sports West. We are India.
And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Ande Engleman.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we're joined by John Sande. He's an attorney with Jones Vargas Law Firm. Pleasure to have you back again, John.
Nice being back, Sam.
John,
Andy?
thank you for being here, and Happy New Year. I know that one of the clients you represent at the legislature and at other times is the Banking Association. And of course, they've just been hit with the largest taxes. I mean, they were the ones that really got hit by the taxes in the last session of the legislature. How do they feel about these new taxes, John?
Well, I think that first of all, the banking industry believes that they should be paying and that gaming should not be the target in the future because obviously a lot of things have changed in Nevada. But I think that the being treated unfairly, they've always said, apply the tax to everybody and we'll pay it. So I think that obviously over a long-term period of time, I think there should be some equality and that's what they're after. But whether or not there'll be any dramatic changes next session is really still up in the air. I think one area that's clearly something that I've heard a lot of legislators talk about is the branch tax, which is a $7,000 per year on some banks. Now that doesn't hurt the banks in northern Nevada or in Las Vegas, but it really does hurt some of the banks out in the small rural areas, and we'll be addressing that, I'm sure.
Trying to get that lowered in some way? Or?
Some type of an exemption for smaller banks is what's been talking about.
You know, it's kind of interesting. Years ago, Ernie Martinelli and I did a radio show, and for folks who don't know, he was a longtime banker in this community. And we were talking about ATM machines. and he was saying how over a period of time the ATM machines would be taking over more and more, and replacing people working in branches, mainly because they didn't take sick time, they didn't need benefits, and they worked 24 hours a day without any problems. So I guess technology has helped the banking industry, tremendously from a personnel standpoint over the years.
Well, it has and it hasn't. I mean, first of all, there's a lot more competition. I mean, it's just not banking now. There's other types of financial institutions, and also you'll find that some people still like to come in and see a face. And that's why you've seen the proliferation of community banks. They're doing very well in northern and southern Nevada because they do go and serve the individual on a face-to-face basis.
But a lot more is moving to the internet. I know that my bank is after me to try and move a lot of my business to doing it online.
There's no question about it. That's a big area. So the banking industry, but also the financial industry as well. I mean, you can go to your brokerage house if you want to go and set up an account. You can borrow very easily now. So it's a very, very competitive industry.
I wanted to switch things a little bit here to gaming and downtown Reno in particular. You represent Harrah's. We've seen some results, not from Harrah's in particular, but from other downtown properties of drops in profit of up to 60% at some of these downtown properties. And I've got to figure that Harrah's is probably somewhere in that ballpark as well, being in that same vicinity. Phil Satry came out about a week or so ago and was quoted in the Reno Gazette-Journal as saying, let's not panic. We've seen these kind of things before where in other markets, for example, Atlantic City when the Borgata opened, where people go away for a while, go to something new, and then return. Is he keeping a steady hand on the tiller here?
Yes, I definitely believe so. I think that obviously long-term Reno is a great place to visit. We have to change our emphasis. We can't rely so much on people coming over the Sierras to come and spend a weekend, especially if we have a snowstorm like we did last weekend. But I think that with the downtown event center, that's going to be very positive. I think that the casinos now in downtown Reno and also the other casinos in the outskirts are working more together compared to maybe 4 years ago where there was a lot of fighting amongst them as to what to do with the downtown event center. Now everybody is on the same page, and I think long-term downtown Reno is a very exciting place to be.
And they had the groundbreaking just a little bit ago on the downtown event center. What kinds of things do you think will be put on at this downtown event center, John?
I think that one of the things that they're really excited about is having concerts and events there. They have a lot of seats that they're going to have there, and there'll be a lot of people that'll come in, whether it be for businesses or just for that purpose, from across the country. And it's already been very successful in some of the smaller event areas in downtown Reno. So I think this will be very positive for all the casinos to participate.
This is being funded by room tax. What if the room tax goes down? Does the average taxpayer then have to pick up the tab on it?
Well, I think that that's not even really an issue because the room tax revenues, as I understand it, are fully sufficient to support this. So I don't think we're going to have a problem. And I think that the more people that come to Reno at a higher level of income will go and raise the room rates and also the number of people being here, and we'll have more room tax to use for other purposes.
Any thoughts on something on that plaza going up one of these days?
Boy, I'm hoping to see something, but I'm just real excited, with the river, how it's been renovated. Now you hear in the paper where people are talking about putting some more apartments downtown. I really think it could be become a great place for the community.
Just one other quick question here. Problem gaming. Harrah's was the first to come out in favor of looking at the problem gamer and trying to help them. And now Park Place has joined in. What are your thoughts on this?
I think very positive. I think that Phil Satry, who is a resident here, former CEO and president, now chairman of Harrah's, I think he was instrumental in Harrah's getting into that program. And I think the major casinos, if they're really helping out the problem gamer, that's wonderful for all of us.
John Sande, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank
you.
We'll
be right back with the Pundits on Nevada Newsmakers after this.
Before you head to Carson, take care of yourself with a visit to Tamarack Junction. Catch a hot cup of coffee and the morning news on one of our 32 TVs and enjoy the best food in South Reno. Tamarack Junction, your junction for fun. South Virginia and Amati Ranch Parkway.
The Abowd family has an appetite for dialogue. Agree or disagree, have the conversation. All opinions are welcome. Since 1977, Adele's.
Your home is an expression of all things comforting and familiar. For custom storage, you can count on California Closets to provide quality, value, and design integrity. The process is easy, combining your personal style with our organizing expertise. We care about what matters most to you, making your home functional and beautiful. California Closets, simplifying home and life since 1978. Call today for your complimentary design consultation.
When you sign up for Wells Fargo free checking, you get more than free checking. You get the freedom to bank when and where you want. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
Make your daily commute easy with breakfast or lunch at the Tamarack Junction. Enjoy daily specials, super fast service, and South Reno's freshest morning meals. Tamarack Junction, your junction for fun. South Virginia and Amati Ranch Parkway.
And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Ande Engleman.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, it's good to have you back, my dear.
Oh,
after
well,
a
thank
week
you.
off
It's
here.
nice to be here. I have a quick announcement to make.
All right.
And Democrats asked us to say that they're having a meeting tonight here in Washoe County with Senator Reed and the Asian American Caucus of Nevada. We're in an election year. Political parties, if you want to get your press releases and notices to me, you know, we'll make as many announcements as we can.
All right, our pundit panel today, John Gwaltney with the school board is here, Bob Crowell is an attorney, and also with the Carson City School Board, and George Peak is listed here as a realtor, but I think we could also call him a developer, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Andy, you take the first shot here.
Okay, George, we heard some stuff about water. Water importation. There's two companies that are going to be making presentations to Washoe County. They're supposed to be voting on this next week, I believe it is. What do you feel about this?
Well, I feel real strongly that the need is here. There's quite a number of reasons for the benefit of the water importation from the northern areas. One of them, of course, would be if something happened to our water supply, the Truckee River itself. The other is just the natural progression of things and the growth that's coming to the area.
Now, you are a developer in the North Valley, so
Yes,
that's
I'm a
where the water
developer.
would be going
Yes.
to help
Yes.
develop.
Yes, and probably there would still be the pipeline between the North Valleys and the South to take care of what we're talking about. Right now, the North Valleys is providing pretty well the entry-level housing that is needed in the area. And it's just something that there's a high demand for. You can't get a home without waiting 6 months right now. And I would expect that to continue with the economic news that we're getting right now.
What do you say to the folks, and I'm going to play devil's advocate here, who
Good,
say
no
we
growth.
have,
Thank
you know, we have this rural way of life. We don't want to see thousands of homes being put here into the North Valleys. That's not why we bought our properties. What do you say to them?
I say to them, if you really want to remain with that type of lifestyle, please buy our property. It is for sale. We've had the property since 1956, and in most cases, the property that they're on is property that we have developed. We've never hidden our long-term goal or anything like that. And they're kind of a vocal minority also. I don't believe they all feel like that. I have a number of people that talk to me from time to time and understand our right to develop, and again, the need for that type of housing.
John?
Well, my good friend here is right. I think we're going to continue to grow and so on down the line. However, I think you mentioned in the session earlier that taxes are going to arrive and we're going to see more impact of that. The cost of importing water will be substantial, volume cost. I think there is a rising tide of opposition to cost of government at this point. I'm not sure we can spread that appropriately over just those who will benefit from it. And under those circumstances, we may have some questioning as to whether that's an appropriate move or not. George?
I want to change the subject quickly if I could. At least for two of you, and if not all three of you, we're losing our superintendent of schools here in Nevada and looking for a new one. John, what happened quickly, and is this going to hurt
Well,
us?
all of us like Jack, I think. He certainly would have been reemployed. He elected not to stand for selection again. In my opinion, he would have been selected overwhelmingly by our board. Jack, I think, has done a good job. The question at hand here is that No Child Left Behind has applied an immense amount of pressure to Nevada. I have said once before, or more than once before, that the legislature missed its chance to avoid the crash that's coming for the public schools in Nevada, in my opinion. And so I think there was a great deal of pressure on Jack and other superintendents in the state dealing with this question.
Well, I agree with John that I thought Jack McLaughlin, I think he is a great state superintendent. And I'm sorry to see him go. And if I have one message to leave with my good friend John and the state school board is keep your hands out of Carson City's Mary Brzezinski. She's our superintendent, and she doesn't need to go to the state. So.
All right, we've got about 30 seconds left, 15 seconds apiece here. What are the qualities you're going to look for in a state school superintendent?
Well, I think we're divided at this point. Very quickly, I think there are those of us who want some roots in Nevada and looking for a local person. Mary might be a candidate there. The second of us, I think, and I'm in this category, are looking for a visionary and someone with a national scope. I'm not sure what the vote is among our board. There's been a very careful effort to avoid any kind of pre-voting, pre-arrangement.
Bob, last 10 seconds.
Oh, I'm encouraged with the state superintendent and the state school board, because I think for once, I think that with this board and with this superintendent, they're now becoming more responsive to the needs of the local boards, and so from that standpoint, I'm happy.
Okay, and that's it. We're out of here. We'll be right back on Nevada Newsmakers. Thanks, guys.
It's America's largest historical district, and it's fun for the entire family. Virginia City is where the West comes alive every day, from train rides to gunslingers. Your gang can explore mines and interesting museums, visit historic saloons, and do some great shopping. Virginia City is the ultimate in family entertainment, and it's very affordable. Come up and stay overnight in our hotels, motels, and RV park. Virginia City, the Wild West at its best.
I ordered this beef broccoli here at Harris Buffet in Reno, and it was here in less than 60 seconds. What's up with that, Dave?
Sam, that's one of 20 dishes that we guarantee fast, guarantee fresh, made to order 7 days a week at Harris Reno's Buffet.
And I understand that just for this month, a 2-for-1 special just by showing your Nevada ID.
That's correct. We want to invite all of our Nevada residents to come down and experience this great buffet. We guarantee you a fresh, quality meal.
It's fast, it's delicious, and it's 2-for-1 at Harris Buffet.
Atlantis is cooking up a party. It's every diner's paradise. Toucan Charlie's Buffet and Grill, voted Reno's best buffet by locals year after year. Experience the Mongolian barbecue, new Asian station, and sumptuous exhibition stations filled with fresh entrees, salads, and desserts. Try the Friday night seafood buffet and Sunday champagne brunch. Atlantis.
When you sign up for Wells Fargo free checking, you get more than free checking. You get the freedom to bank when and where you want. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Ande Engleman.
Big show coming up tomorrow.
Yes, Governor Kenny Gwynn, you don't want to miss it.
It'll be a great show. We'll see you then.
Thank you for watching.